Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy John, and today we're going to be doing an install video on the 4Runner head unit by Dasaita. Now, it's going to be really cool, so let's just get right into it. Alright guys, so we're inside the 4Runner 2010 to 2020, and the first thing we gotta do is remove these trim pieces. Now, we tried a plastic tool, but we're just going to use our hands. I think we have more feedback, and it's just easier, so we're going to get, you just kind of just rip this thing out forward, so towards your body, towards the back of the car, and that's one of them. And then you're just gonna have to remove the second one, and just be careful. Depending on your plastic age, it could be cracked or brittled, so these clips are usually pretty stubborn. Just got to pull it out and kind of man it up. Alright, the next thing you got to do is remove this climate control unit. You just have to pull it out. It's just being held by clips, and don't forget that there is a wire connected to the back of the unit. So after you get the climate control out of the way, you can still keep it connected, but there's these 4 screws that needs to go. So we're just going to take out these 4 little screws that are visible right now. You guys can see on the screen, and just move forward from there.
Is that the new screen or the old?
Next off is the pretty scary part. We call this the pray and pull. Now this is pretty heavy, so you just want to pull straight out. There's a bunch of cables connected to the back of the head unit and hazard buttons. There's some foam that's kind of sealing around the air control vents up the tops, but once you pull it out, it's going to be pretty easy once the clips are loosened. Now you want to plug everything from the back. Can't really show you this right now because we've got just one perspective, but usually these wires are held by a clip. So you just push on the clip down, and then you just pull every single wire from radio antenna to main power, rear speakers, front speakers, XM radio, of course the hazard button like we talked about. So just yank all that out and we'll be good. With the main unit out, we can kind of compare with the new Dasaita ones. Very similar color when it comes to the silver, but wow, what a big difference in terms of screen quality. Now what's awesome with this head unit is all the vents and stuff transfer over, giving that nice OEM look. So we're just gonna move all these vents and hazard buttons and transfer it to the new one. Now we have the vents in. Don't forget the brackets and all that. So yeah, just transferring all the clips from your previous head unit, your brackets, your air vents, your hazards, anything that is there from the previous OEM unit. You just want to transfer it over if it fits. So this is what we're doing right now. Now you already know this is the complete look. Check out the fitment on the vents, the hazards. Everything is lining up great, and shout out to Dasaita for making such a great product and great fitment so far. So this is the OEM harness, and we have the plug and play kit. We actually have to get a second plug and play kit because of the variants throughout the years.
This harness on the right is for my car, my model year. This harness on the right is for my model year. I have a 2011 Limited with the JBL system. So main difference is that this camera plug here is the one that would actually fit for the car, and everything else sort of fits. Over here, this harness that originally came with, this one is for the later model years. Notice this piece right here is slightly different. Those are all the materials that it comes with. Got backup camera, plugs, Wi-Fi, GPS. That's the unit. I've transferred my air vents and the hazard button over, and let's plug it in. Before we do anything, there's actually one thing I had to do. It was trial and error. So this cable here, this orange cable here, I wish that it would fit in the plug, but it did not. So, but we need to. This is actually the reverse trigger, so we would actually need to power this. And so I found out that it belongs in the red cable. And right here, red cable of this plug. This is the gray plug. The red cable here, you see a little slit that I've cut cut off just to try out, and that one would actually trigger the backup camera. So now we can still use the original stock backup camera, even though the manufacturer said no. So here are the connections. Let's see here. Everything seems to be plugged in correctly and fits okay. This one is for the reverse with the speed sensor. So the reverse signal is the red cable that's connected to the orange on the harness, and the one it's labeled back. So that's how it will trigger the camera to turn on when you put your car in reverse. These two plugs here, those are just left dangling. This one also is left dangling. This one is most likely the GPS or the Sirius XM, one or the other. So everything else seems to be plugging in normally, and let's put the rest together. So I got most of the cables plugged in. For just sake of the recording, I will just leave it like this for now. I'll organize it later. I'm still waiting for the front camera to arrive. That one doesn't come till later this week, and I will finish the install and with all the other accessory on it too. But for now, I'm just gonna and want to show that this thing is actually complete. I forgot about this piece, so we have to take this piece out from the original head unit and transplant it to the new one. Alright, so we're going to try to program the steering wheel keys. Go to the app, click on steering wheel, and then click on a button. So we're going to do volume down, so that will show up. And since that's the volume down, let's take that and okay.
Alright, so like right here, we're going to show you guys the reverse camera and front camera. Now we don't have the front camera installed yet, but the reverse camera, you have it right here. And you can get it triggered by putting the car in reverse. So this is what we're showing off right now. It's pretty slick. It's cool that it has front camera and rear camera. And that's going to be super helpful, especially for a big car like this 4Runner. It's going to be easy to park for sure.